Good morning, everybody. What's going on? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz. And today I'm doing a quick one. Wanted to talk about, oh, my glasses are all dirty. Want to talk about lead generation and exposure. And in my opinion, when you're kind of building this thing, lead generation and exposure are like you absolutely got to have both. I know I've heard a lot of stuff where it's like, well, if you can't convert, and I agree. I agree. If you can't convert, your lead generation is worthless anyways. However, a lot of my energy, 95% of my energy is focused on lead generation and exposure. And they both are different. And I think some people get confused on what lead generation and what exposure are. So when I talk about exposing or exposure, it's basically people seeing the brand or the business, trying to come up on if I'm the first or second person that people think about when they're looking to buy or sell a home. That's exposure. That's your open house signs. That's your yard signs. That's if you have billboards, that's the radio. I mean, whatever it's going to be that's going to give you that exposure is one thing. Lead generation is physically going out and getting a lead, an opportunity to buy or sell a home. I spend money on lead generation. I spend energy on lead generation, and then exposure is something that I build into everything. It's a little bit different. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I just think that, you have to have both. They're two very different things. You can't just market to create leads without creating the exposure. I think exposure is something where it comes down to your brand, look, and feel. And I don't think enough people focus on their look and feel. What is the business portraying? What are you about? What are you doing? Who are you? And it seems like a lot of agents are just following, copycatting, or if you listen to Tom Ferry, R&Ding other people's stuff, and I say it all the time, it's better to be different than it is to be better. If you're putting out the same stuff, you're not exposing anything. They're just seeing people, especially if it's online and social media, they're just scrolling, right? And if they're just used to seeing houses and it's the same house and it's just the same goofy lettering, well, they're not going to stop. You need people to stop and engage with your stuff and get exposed to who you are. And then the lead generation is something that's going to be a little bit different. But anyways, that's my opinion for today. Just want to pop that out there.